Welcome back to the Warwick High School Game 2 of our basketball doubleheader here in the Lancaster 11 League playoffs. And we've got boys action tonight. The Lancaster Catholic Crusaders, winners of Section 3 versus the Hempfield Black Knights, the runner-up in Section 1. Eric May and Keith Cheddar, glad to have you back for game number 2. And Keith, as we mentioned in game number 1 with the Lancaster Catholic girls, in familiar territory. This is familiar territory for the Hempfield Black Knights.
Yes, it is, and they're the defending champs, so this is what it all comes down to. Right now, they have a chance to either defend their title or go home, and I would think Warren Gooley's got this team ready to play. He gets the best out of his talent year in and year out. They play that tough non-league schedule to start things, and that's why the record's really deceptive, 13-10. But they rolled off 5 straight W's down the stretch. They seem to be playing their best ball right now. And when you have a guy like Moyer to go to, hey, what can go wrong for the Knights?
And really, for Hempfield, the best thing is to have somebody else scoring besides Moyer. In 5 of the last 8 games, they've had 3 guys in double figures. Through the first 15 games, just 2 guys had double figures for Hempfield. So no doubt they need balanced scoring tonight.
Absolutely, and Minder a key on that because he's going to need to work the ball inside. Just like Lancaster Catholic has an inside weapon in Rock, who's really sort of developed the last few games for their Crusaders. They, of course, will rely on Swigert to do most of their scoring, but if Rock can work it in the paint, that's a key for the Crusaders.
Coach Bill Southward, in just his second year at Lancaster Catholic, feeling very confident, feeling he's got a very deep team here tonight. And he even said in this morning's Lancaster Intel that he feels that both Lancaster Catholic and Columbia can compete with anybody in the league.
Well, and he has every reason to think that because they played so well all season long. They didn't really have any road bumps other than that Columbia game. They played well. No real lulls in that team, and he is deep. Just like the girls were able to go 3 and 4 deep off the bench, Southward's the same way with the boys. He's going to be going to that bench. They're going to keep the legs fresh, and that's going to keep the pressure on the Black Knights, and we'll see how they handle it.
A lot of interesting matchups to see here tonight. We're going to take a timeout, and when we return, comments from the head coaches as game number 2 gets set. Hempfield and Lancaster Catholic here on Cable 11.
The Ephrata Rec Center, it's more than just a workout.
Does your auto dealer seem too anxious to get your business?
Come here, where you going? Where you going? I haven't even shown you the new models yet.
Then you should come to Lancaster Nissan. Guaranteed low prices and no pressure sales.
You look great in an SUV.
Guess who just bought a car from the used car place at Lancaster Nissan and got a great price plus a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty? Guess who didn't go to the used car place at Lancaster Nissan? Experience the difference.
What do you look for in a bank? Convenience, hometown appeal, people who make you feel comfortable talking about your money needs. Everything you'll find at Ephrata National Bank.
Ephrata National Bank now offers 6 convenient area offices in Ephrata, Akron, Denver, and Hinckletown to make your hometown banking even easier.
For convenient 24-hour banking with friendly hometown service, visit Ephrata National Bank, your hometown bank.
Back in Warwick, joined by Lancaster Catholic head coach Bill Southward. And Coach, just your second year now at Lancaster Catholic. Did you feel that in 2 years you could be in this position?
Well, I knew that we had some good kids coming up, and I didn't think we would be maybe at this position with a record that we have. But I have to give these kids a lot of credit. They spent hours in the gym over the summer, and they love to play. And they're great kids. So I thought we'd do well this year, but I didn't know how well.
How did the contest late in the season prepare you now for the postseason?
Oh, I think the Elko game was a really good game for us because they're a really fine team, and it's a shame that they didn't make the playoffs, but they were probably the hottest team in our section, and that was our last game, and we needed that to clinch it, and our kids struggled for a while, but they really came around there just staying the way we play. We'll play a little bit up-tempo and attack and, try to make some things happen with our press, so.
You mentioned in today's paper that you're going against Hempfield, who's pretty much a regular here in the postseason. How big of a game is this for Lancaster Catholic's basketball program?
Oh, I think it's a real big game for us. I mean, it's just to put us and even Section 3 on the board because I don't think Section 3 has ever won a league playoff game since they went to the new format. So we're going to try to win one tonight for Section 3.
A couple of key factors then for tonight.
I think the way we play defense on Moyer is going to be a key. He's a great player. And if our press can slow them down, I think we'll be okay in those two cases, and how well we shoot the ball. So
best of luck to you. Congratulations on a great season.
Hey, thank you very much, and I think it's great that you guys are here helping us out.
Very good. Thanks. Bill Southward, head coach of the Lancaster Catholic Crusaders, when we return Warren Goodling from the Hempfield Black Knights here on Cable 11.
Do your windows look like this? Then stop into the Sam S. Smucker & Sons showroom and see our full line of vinyl replacement windows and the wide variety of styles and sizes that we can professionally install in your home. And your front door makes an important first impression. With our quality and energy-efficient replacement doors and entrance systems, you'll have many options including brass caming and beveled glass. Sam S. Smucker & Sons in Lancaster and Ephrata.
Smucker is the name to know around your home.
Not bad. However, True Value paint has over 2,000 beautiful colors. And the quality comes through in every one. That's 2,000 colors.
Easy Care Flat Latex Paint starting at $14.99 at Long & Ecker's True Value.
The best selection, the best deals, the best service. This is the Honda Experience. The widest choice of automotive excellence on the road today at 4 great locations. E-Town Chevrolet Oldsmobile Pontiac is packed with great deals. At E-Town Dodge, you'll find it all in minivans, Dodge trucks, and cars. At Phillips Ford in Mannheim, get super pricing on any in the complete Ford lineup. And at Mannheim Chrysler Plymouth GMC, the difference is amazing. Discover the Honda car buying experience. The best in selection, deals, and service at 4 convenient locations.
Back at Warwick High School, Eric May and Keith Cheddar as we get set for game number 2 of high school basketball in the Lancaster 11 League is the Lancaster Catholic Crusaders. As you mentioned, the winners of Section 3 at 20-3 against the Hempfield Black Knights, the runner-up in Section 1, ending up the season at 13-10. So the Crusader program looking to make it a sweep in this doubleheader here tonight. As you can tell, Coach Bill Southward very excited about the progress that his Crusaders have made over the past season. Before we get to the lineups, we'll give you an update here. Again, our thanks to Verizon Wireless. At the half, Cedar Crest girls lead Conestoga Valley 31-21. Again, that is at the half. That game being played up at Lebanon High School. And in a final from Hempfield High School, Warwick girls advance on with a 79-45 victory over Lampeter Strasburg. Switching over to boys action in the fourth quarter. Out at Conestoga Valley, the Ephrata Mounts with a 4-point lead on the Elizabethtown Bears, 36-32. That one is a good one, and we'll keep you updated with the progress and the final as we get it. Right now, the Lancaster Catholic boys team being presented with the Section 3 trophy. Now getting set for the starting lineups here for the second contest. First of all, for the Black Knights of Hempfield, their backcourt, pretty much the same thing we saw when we were here at Warwick a few weeks ago. Justin Moyer, the 6'2 senior and leading scorer for the Black Knights. He wears number 10. Joining him in the backcourt, 6'1 senior, number 22, Adam Brown. The forwards, number 34, 6'3 junior, Theo Dickerson. And number 42, 6'3 senior, Sam Minder. Controlling the paint, number 30, 6'4 senior, Jarrett DeBoer. For the Lancaster Catholic Crusaders, their backcourt will be Greg Testa, number 12. He is a 5'11 sophomore. Number 15, a 5'9 senior, Jimmy Heisey. The forwards, number 25, Zach Shadesky, a 6-foot freshman. Number 35, Buck Owansky, a 6'2 senior. And then the center, Jason Rock, number 45. He is a 6'3 senior. So the starters are in the book. And we should be all set to go. Lancaster Catholic and Hempfield here on Cable 11. And I think that we do have a correction here as far as that lineup. It appeared that Sean Swigert was mentioned in the starting five, although I did not see his name in the book as a starter. Unless my eyes deceived me.
Let's see. Do you have eye care at work? You might want to consider it. I don't know.
My eyes are fine. I think. Well, it is Swigert.
And there's the leading scorer on the other side, Justin Moyer, averaging better than 20 a contest. And he put on a real nice performance the last time we saw him here against Warwick.
Rock and Dickerson to jump center, and the Crusaders will have the ball first. Swigert to Rock. Down low, and the pass goes into the hands of Minder. To Moyer. Moyer, high off the glass, doesn't go. Sean Swigert pulls down the rebound. Back the other way, Rock running the floor. Leans in, rolls off, no good. And DeBoer pulls down the rebound. Of course, DeBoer with that drop and a travel called on DeBoer. We saw in that game DeBoer severely spraining his ankle. So he is heavily taped, actually with both ankles in tonight's contest.
He's one of those big bodies they need underneath.
Swigert's three-pointer short, rebounded by Brown. To DeBoer, pulls up, too far. Polanski with the rebound for the Crusaders. And another turnover. Dickerson comes down with it. Outlet pass picked off by Swigert. Gives it off. Testa. And Greg Testa with the first 2 points of the ball game.
Let's notice here in the early going, Eric, that Hempfield has Theo Dickerson guarding Swigert.
Oh, what a move by Moyer. And we got a foul underneath.
And that was one of those interesting matchups coming in, is just who would guard Swigert and who would guard Moyer. Dickerson played real good defensively and was really effective on the glass here against the Warriors earlier this year.
Jason Rock picks up the first personal. Yeah, Coach Southwood has said that he's going to throw all different looks to try and contain Moyer. If that be the case, then that's where Hempfield's going to have to come up with some key contributions. Moyer goes outside, it's Minder, and Minder drains the open jumper.
And he could be another one of those key contributors, Sam Minder, averaging 8 a contest.
I'll tell you what, the matchup of DeBoer and Rock should be interesting to watch too.
Yes.
Moyer, 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", 6'11", 6'12", 6'13", 6'14", 6'15", 6'16", 6'17", 6'18", 6'19", 6'20", 6'21", 6'22", 6'23", 6'24", 6'25", 6'26", 6'27", 6'28", 6'29", 6'30", 6'31", 6'32", 6'33", 6'34", 6'35", 6'36", 6'37", 6'38", 6'39", 6'40", 6'41", 6'42", 6'43", 6'44", 6'45", 6'46", 6'47", 6'48", 6'49", 6'50", 6'51", 6'52", 6'53", 6'54", 6'55", 6'56", 6'57", 6'58", 6'59", 6'60", 6'61", 6'62", 6'63", 6'64", 6'65", 6'66", 6'67", 6'68 Here's Heisey putting it on the floor and losing it. Back the other way, it's Moyer on a fast break. Goes in on the left side, and it rolls off the front of the rim. Adam Brown's follow-up rolls off. Holansky pulls down the board. Boy, it looked like the rim was slanted. Both of them falling off in the same direction. Swigert pulls up. Doesn't go, although Holansky with a rebound. Loose ball. Minder down to Moyer. Working on Testa. And a blocking foul will be called on Greg Testa. Yeah, that'll be the first on Testa. So the Black Knights will put it in play along the baseline. 2-2 ball game. Moyer backing out front. Brown down low to DeBoard. Strong move inside, and Jarrett DeBoard gets his first 2 points, and Jarrett DeBoard has lost a contact.
That was a good move by DeBoard. He felt the pressure on his back, got a little contact, and then turned nicely right in towards the bucket.
Good eyes by Ed Flick as he's able to waste no time and pick that thing up right away. So an official's timeout is Jarrett DeBoard. Well, now they're going to have to bring in a substitution. Todd Devenberg will replace DeBoard while he gets his contact replaced. Heisey gives it off to Testa. Swigert. Oh, sweet move by Sean Swigert.
Swigert unable to connect from the outside, so he drives the paint and takes the lay-in. 4-all.
Leading scorer and rebounder for the Crusaders. We are tied at 4. Moyer gets a pick from Minder out front. And a travel called on Moyer. Got tied up as he tried to get the outlet pass, and that's where the violation occurred. DeBoard is back in for Devenberg, and
it's like Ryan Carson also entering for the Knights.
Giving Justin Moyer a breather.
Coach Goodland talking to Moyer on the sideline.
Testa fires it into Holansky. Off balance, off the glass, doesn't go. Might have forced it up there, and Dickerson clears the board for the Black Knights. DeBoard gives it off to Dickerson, and now they'll work it back out front again. Minder, baseline blocked off. Brown down the lane, took a hop and traveled. That hop cost him. As Moyer will check back in, replacing Dickerson, and
Andy Fritz enters for Lancaster Catholic. One of the first guys you'll typically see off the bench for the Crusaders.
It's interesting to see just how many guys both coaches do go to as this night progresses. Swigert off the pass from the free throw line, doesn't go. DeBoard with a rebound. And it's Carson now running the offense for Hempfield. Head fake by Carson, drives inside and puts it off the glass.
Good body control by Carson as he takes it in.
So Carson picks up his first 2 points, a 6-4 lead now for the Black Knights. 2:45 remaining first quarter. Holansky doesn't go. Ball tipped, picked up by the Black Knights. Moyer rifles a pass underneath, and it's picked off by Swigert. Testa gets around Moyer. Howanski. And Buck Howanski with the open shot. More substitutions getting set to come in with the next stoppage of play. And the outlet pass picked off. Testa working 1-on-2. Spins, left hand, doesn't go. And it's going to go on Howanski.
I mean, that could have been a jump ball. Another update from...
Thanks to Verizon Wireless, Cedar Crest Lady Falcons starting to pull away now from the Buckskins, 48-29, that game in the fourth quarter. Randy DeBoard in the ball game now for Hempfield, along with Jimmy Kreider, number 12. Shot off the mark, rebounded by Fritz. Here's Matt Rhoda. Six ball game, final minute and a half here in the first quarter.
A lot of motion out on top of the key, but not so much underneath. There's a move by. Yes, and he counts it. Jason Rock inside.
Well, he has played a big part for Lancaster Catholic's success down the stretch. And they'll need him too as the season or the postseason continues for Lancaster Catholic.
Good look underneath. Randy DeBoard had his man cutting Carson.
Pass goes inside to Kreider. 55 seconds remaining. Kreider down low, and a foul underneath. And Randy DeBoard will go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
This one very defensive oriented in the early going.
First shot missed. Going a revolving door at the scorer's table.
You have to keep an eye that way tonight. Both coaches substituting frequently.
The board gets 1 out of 2, making an 8-7 ball game. Minder back in for Hempfield. Swigert glances at the clock. Howanski around Minder, gets the finger roll.
Difficult passes. He almost got that one picked off here on the near sideline, but was able to take it underneath strong with Wolanski. His second bucket.
Got that first quick step around Minder and then able to fight off the defender on the way up to the hoop. Oh, and here's the ball lost right out of the hands of Jimmy Kreider.
Plenty of time to set up that last shot here. 8.1.
Fritz gets it across the timeline. 4 seconds left. Unloads for 3. Doesn't go. Ball tipped around and the horn will sound to end the first quarter. Not much scoring here in quarter number 1. It's Lancaster Catholic 10, Hempfield 7, second quarter coming up after this timeout on Cable 11.
We build bridge superstructures
And precast concrete structures.
We deliver precision steel components on time.
We make your workplace safe and healthy.
We provide real estate design and construction solutions.
We guarantee guest satisfaction every time.
We find qualified people for your business. We deliver fresh, quality food and refreshments for your employees.
We're here to serve our customers and to serve them well. We're the people of High Industries, providing solutions you can trust.
Welcome back. Here in front of the Lancaster Catholic student body.
They had to get them riled up. They haven't been quiet since the tip-off. Well, even before that. I think they're just excited to be out of the house and enjoying a little playoff basketball.
A little camera shy. Hempfield to start the second quarter with the ball first, trailing by 3. Minder out top, gives it off. Now it's the board down low, working on Purvis. Minder, nice move, in strong, doesn't go. And the rebound pulled down by Swigert. Swigert for 3, doesn't go. Rock, the follow-up, good! High off the glass for Jason Rock. He's got 4 points and a 5-point Crusader lead.
Second chance buckets.
Minder for 3, got it.
Wow, that was a rifle shot on the corner. Sam Minder.
Minder with 5. Fritz gives it off to Hawanski on the wing. And you got to think, Keith, the more balanced scoring that Lancaster Catholic can get, the more it's going to keep Hempfield defensively on their heels. Here's Hawanski trying to reverse underneath. Rock's follow-up doesn't go. Basket in the foul. That's Ryan Purvis.
And it works the opposite way, Eric, too. The more balanced scoring the Knights can get, anyone other than Moyer is going to add to the pressure defensively for the Catholic Crusaders.
So here's Ryan Purvis to try and finish off a 3-point lead, a 3-point play.
Freshman Purvis.
Hits it off the back of the iron. Lead stays at 4. Oh, Adam Brown wasn't looking, but the ball goes right back to Minder. Moyer down the lane. Oh, and he floats it in.
Pretty move. First bucket of the evening for Justin Moyer.
He went in with 4 Crusader defenders around him and able to get enough up on it to put it in. Hawanski was looking down low for tested, nothing there. Here's Heisey. Mel Newcomer with the call. Adam Brown with the personal foul, and Verizon Wireless update. A final, the Ephrata Mounts have defeated Elizabethtown 53-47 to advance to round number 2. Swigert for 3.
Ron Swigert finally getting one from the outside. He had the 2 from in the paint early.
And a 5-point lead for the Crusaders. 5.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Minder, outlet picked off. Testa tries the left side.
Oh, defense. That's a little bit of hang time there. Moyer getting up and staying up long enough to reject that shot.
Timeout called by Warren Goodling. 5:23 remaining here in the first half. Will break away. Lancaster Catholic leads 17-12.
Remember when the town square was a gathering place and neighbors looked out for each other? If this is your dream of retirement living, discover Pleasant View, the best of town and country rolled into one. Come and go as you please from apartments and cottages with a wide choice of plans to suit your lifestyle. This is retirement living with all of the enjoyment, none of the worry, because you have the assurance that all your future care needs will be met. Town Square is currently under construction. Call now for information. Pleasant View, just minutes from Lancaster in Mannheim.
Welcome back to Warwick High School. Eric May, Keith Shetter. Take a look at the last play. Great play by Moyer. Called for the foul on Testa as he drove to the hoop. You make the call. You know what? Couldn't tell.
You couldn't tell because we weren't able to see the bodies.
Right.
Because obviously the contact had to be down low because he had all ball.
Greg tested to shoot two. And he hits the first. Greg Testa, 8.9 on the season, a 66% free throw shooter. And he gets them both. Andy Fritz back in, replacing Hoansky.
Fritz is senior, and it's always nice to bring some senior experience off your bench.
Moyer goes down low to the board.
There you go. They were open on the far side. They need to swing that ball across.
Brown rolls out, no good. Moyer fights for the rebound. He had it. And bodies falling, and the ball ends up in the hands of the Crusaders. Swigert. Testa. Off the back of the iron. Ball loose. Picked up. Purvis. Travel.
Good job to scramble and get the rebound, but shuffled those feet once he got possession. Turnover goes the way of the Black Knights.
Well, the board can have his hands full tonight between Purvis and Rock. 7-point lead for the Crusaders with 4:25 remaining before halftime. Hempfield taking their time offensively. Moyer, short. Swigert with a rebound. Hey, you wonder how frustrating this has got to be for Justin Moyer, really not to get into the flow of things yet. Swigert tries to go down low to Purvis, and it's picked off by DeBoard.
I'm sure.
Good defense by DeBoard.
I'm sure Coach Goodling has recognized some of what the Crusaders are doing defensively to try to limit Moyer's touches and his opportunities to score from the floor, but he'll find a way to open it up and allow him to get on that scoreboard.
Ryan Carson with a strong move inside, able to draw the foul. That'll be Ryan Purvis with the personal foul, his first, the fifth against Lancaster Catholic. And that's going to send Ryan Carson to the free throw line for two shots. Gotta like the way, though, that both Moyer and Carson have taken the ball inside. If anything, they haven't gotten the basket, but they have drawn the fouls.
And they create more opportunities by penetrating. They can then pass the ball out, and that's similar to what Lancaster Catholic does. They'll get the ball inside to Rock and then freeing up the perimeter guys like Swigert for the open look. Gets them both. Ryan Carson, 2 for 2 from the stripe.
Jimmy Kreider in the ball game. Fritz for three. Side of the rim, no good. DeBoard fights for it and gets, again, the position on Purvis. It'll be Kreider out front. Hempfield trying to chip into that 5-point Crusader lead. Carson tries to split the defense, lost it, and Heisey gives it off to Swigert. To Purvis, and a timeout. Kind of a hesitation there. A timeout called by the Crusaders. A 20-second timeout. 2:53 remaining, 19-14 Hempfield. And a reminder to you, next week here on Cable 11, the opening round of the District 3 playoffs. We'll have another doubleheader for you next Tuesday night back here at Warwick High School. We'll open up with a girls' contest between Section 1 foes Cedar Crest and Hempfield, and then follow that one up with boys' action between Lampeter Strasburg and Garden Spot. So that basketball game and possibly some more next week. You'll have to stay tuned to Cable 11.
Perhaps some more this week, depending on how things shake down tonight. We'll have to wait and see who plays where on Wednesday night. We'll carry this postseason action just as far as we can. Crusaders still with that 5-point lead. Swigert
won't go. Crusaders have gone
tough
cold
shot
here the past couple of possessions.
It's a real tough shot to make. Man in your face and well outside.
Shot off the mark by Kreider. Back the other way come the Crusaders. Heisey, and the ball off the foot of Sam Minder. 2:22 left before halftime, 19-14. Barring any late runs, Keith, both games pretty low scoring here. That shot partially blocked by Minder.
Both teams very content to slow it down and really look for the open shot. Oh, just not falling for Moyer in the early going.
But a follow-up by Kreider.
Kreider right there on the boards.
It's 19-16. Swigert, guarded by Carson. Howanski thought about it and then held up. Oh, there's a travel. Testa whistled for the travel, and Matt Rhoda will check back into the ball game, replacing Testa.
Crusaders being very, very patient offensively. A lot of motion, but just not getting a whole lot of good looks. Hempfield with some solid D.
DeBoard in the paint. Fade away. Doesn't go. Swigert with a rebound. Have not seen Jason Rock here in the second quarter.
Good observation. A smaller lineup in there right now for the Crusaders. Both Purvis and Rock out.
Swigert for three. Can't get it to go. Kreider clears the miss. What is he, 1 out of 4 now from three-point land, I believe?
I think you're correct. 2 of 8 overall.
DeBoard. Kreider lanes in short. Swigert with another rebound. Quite evident as to why Sean Swigert is the leading rebounder for the Crusaders.
Picking up the trap. Hempfield coming out.
Howanski blocked off along the baseline, and Catholic goes back out front.
They're going to work it for 1. 15 seconds.
Final 10 seconds. Heisey checks the board. 5 seconds left. Heisey down the lane. Got it!
Oh, and a beauty. And a beauty. And the right in to kiss it off the glass. His only bucket of the half, and it was a dandy right at the buzzer.
So they head to the locker room. Our score at halftime, Lancaster Catholic 21, Hempfield 16. Back with the first half numbers and more on Cable 11.
When it comes to grocery shopping, quality and freshness should come first, but convenience should be a close second. That's why Weaver Markets has a little bit of everything for all your family's needs. there's a bank, a pharmacy, film developing, and a flower shop. Wide aisles and friendly faces. Plus the very best in farm fresh produce, meat cut to order, seafood, baked goods, and more. For quality, freshness, and convenience, visit Weaver Markets in Adamstown or Reinholds.
Are you looking for new customers? You will find them watching cable television. When you advertise locally on cable TV, customers will see your message and respond. Reach your best prospects for new business. Place your ad where people are paying attention. Advertise with Target Select Cable Advertising. Today's business advantage, tomorrow's business success.
Whether you're advertising for your business or trying to buy and sell through classified ads, the Shopping News is the only newspaper you'll need. You will find everything from this week's grocery specials to where to get the best deal on an automobile. The Shopping News delivers to over 34,000 homes each and every week. Our friendly and experienced staff will give you a professional advertisement with no hassles or worries. The Shopping News brings shopping information to the community for over 32 years.
Are you surfing in slow-mo? Do your downloads feel more like dayloads? Then a cable modem is what you need. Connect with a cable modem and you'll get super fast access to great websites like ComedyCentral.com. From animated games and streaming video clips to live audio webcasts and online chats, you'll be a nethead in no time flat.
Sweet, that was easy.
Cable modems and ComedyCentral.com. Fast and funny is your future.
Call 717-733-4111 to get half off Prolog Express installation today.
Right here, right now. Discover the difference digital cable makes. Available now from Blue Ridge Communications. Order now and get digital quality picture and sound. Up to 42 channels of your favorite premium services, including our all-new Stars Encore Super Pack. And access to over 250 channels, including sports packages. Get Digital Basic for $9.95 a month. Your installation is free and so is your first month of premium channels. Call today.
Back at Warwick High School.
That's what they're trying to get the little ball to fall through. I suppose it could be dizzying. Depending.
Yeah, it could be. and it's working. 21-16 at the half in favor of Lancaster Catholic. And as I mentioned earlier, Keith, pretty much what we saw in the first half. Defensive effort, low scoring, first half of play.
Very similar to the girls' contest earlier. Yeah, the defense definitely what is turning the tide here for this game. Although offensively, I don't know that either team's really become comfortable in their set offense because they are playing a slow-down style, and they are both very patient. I don't see anybody really rushing to take the shot. Even when they had the fast break opportunity, they've really kind of slowed it down and worked the ball down the court. Tried to set things up offensively. Don't really see any clear-cut difference other than the fact that Lancaster Catholic hitting a few more buckets. They're 9 of 22 from the field. 6 of 17 are the Knights. So really the numbers very similar. Just some solid defense by the Crusaders, I guess, limiting the production of Moyer in particular. And at the other end, really, Swigert with 5 points. He has been heard from a whole lot either in the first half.
And really offensively, nothing happening for Hempfield. Justin Moyer trying to get into the contest, nothing going there, and really nobody else stepping up to put points in. Now Minder did hit a 3, had 5 first half points, but DeBoard just 2 points. Really outside of that, Ryan Carson with a couple of points, but this is what Hempfield needs. They need somebody to step up if Moyer cannot get into the flow.
And other guys have tried. I mean, DeBoard, Kreider, they've been inside and just haven't had the shots falling their way. I think the opportunities are there. It's just a matter of getting the buckets to fall. They've opened up the offense inside with the penetration of Moyer and Kreider, Carson. Those guys have been taking it to the hole and not so much looking for the big guys inside who you'd expect to see more out of Minder. But we'll see how this second half goes if Coach Warren Goodling decides to change things up a little bit. He showed a little bit of pressure here with the half-court trap right at the end of this first half, and maybe he'll try to do a little bit more of that in the second half to create some things defensively for his team.
21-16 here at the half, and this is the way the first half ended with Jimmy Heisey going straight to the hoop.
One quick crossover move by Kreider between the two Knight defenders, and a beautiful spin off the glass.
And that's the way the first half ended, as high as he got the bucket to kind of give the momentum back to Lancaster Catholic as they headed into the locker room with a 5-point lead, 21-16. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, Keith will run down all the numbers for us right here on Cable 11.
The Ephrata Rec Center, it's more than just a workout.
Does your auto dealer seem too anxious to get your business?
Come here, where you going? Where you going? I haven't even shown you the new models yet.
Then you should come to Lancaster Nissan. Guaranteed low prices and no pressure sales.
You look great in an SUV.
Guess who just bought a car from the used car place at Lancaster Nissan and got a great price plus a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty? Guess who didn't go to the used car place at Lancaster Nissan? Experience the difference.
Welcome back to Warwick High School. 21-16 here in favor of the Crusaders, and we'll get some more scores for you as they pour in. Let's go to the scoreboards on behalf of Verizon Wireless. Look at this, boys action out at Hempfield. Columbia at halftime, leading guard spot 52-31. Some might say that could be an upset in the making. Garden spot with a tremendous season, but a lot of times Section 3 teams kind of left out in the dark. But Columbia with a great first half.
Well, Lancaster Catholic could tell you just how good
yes, indeed.
Columbia is.
A little bit earlier tonight, the Ephrata Mounts advanced with a 53-47 win over Elizabethtown. That game took place out at Conestoga Valley. And then in girls action, earlier tonight, Warwick defeated Lampeter Strasburg 79-45. And then the final one was Cedar Crest girls knocking off Conestoga Valley 70-45 to advance to the second round. So we do know at this point, as far as girls are concerned, it will be Warwick and Cedar Crest. Lancaster Catholic to take on the winner of the Elko Hempfield contest.
Warwick and Cedar Crest splitting during the regular season, so that should be a good one. See them going at it again.
And of course, Ephrata now will take on the winner of tonight's contest here between Lancaster Catholic and Hempfield. Well, both teams back out on the floor getting set for the second half of play. It's 21-16 in favor of the Crusaders. And a reminder to you that depending on what happens here tonight and the locations for Wednesday night's games, Cable 11 could be on hand. Do stay tuned. We will keep you informed. But we do know that we will have basketball action for you next Tuesday night back here at Warwick as the opening round of the District 3 playoffs begin. It'll be a doubleheader as the girls will open up the first contest, Cedar Crest and Hempfield, followed by boys action between Lampeter Strasburg and Garden Spot. So District 3 basketball next week on Cable 11. It's 21-16 here as we get set for the third quarter.
Very interested in seeing if any changes take place during the intermission. If defensively the Knights pick things up, a little more pressure. If they start to try to feed the ball to Moyer a little more. And on the other hand, as Sean Swigert starts to hit a few more. He was 2 of 8 in that first half. And he is definitely their top gun, so it'll be interesting to see how these two teams come out. A real slow down, drag them out kind of contest in the first half of action.
Well, Hempfield with Moyer, Brown, Dievenberg, DeBoard, and Minder to start the third quarter. Catholic with Testa, Heisey, Swigert, Rock, and Howanski. And the ball is loose, but picked up by Swigert. Leans in, can't get it to go. Rock follow-up, and knocked away by DeBoard. Rock from the free throw line, doesn't go. Rebound by Dievenberg. Cross-court pass, picked off by Rock. Testa. A three-pointer for Greg Testa. And it's 24-16. Oh, here's a pass right into the hands of Testa. Tries the left side, and a nice play by Dievenberg as he's able to knock it out of bounds. Substitution now is Ryan Carson. Comes in for Dievenberg.
That is some pretty good games of one-on-one between Gina and Greg. Actually, probably more like horses. These two like to light it up from the outside.
Howanski tried to go down low, and it's knocked away by Minder, but Crusaders will again operate on offense. Rock leaning in, can't get it to go. Howanski.
That a great piece of board work by Howanski.
Biggest lead for the Crusaders now at 26-16. Minder down the lane, won't go. Rock with a rebound. And Minder asking for some help on the way down. Testa backs up, gives it off to Howanski. Down low to Rock. Testa pulls up, partially blocked by Minder. Moyer comes down with it, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Justin Moyer. Jason Rock holding his ground and drawing the charge on Justin Moyer.
Crusaders really seem to have taken Moyer out of his game tonight.
Not just Moyer, but really the whole Hempfield team.
See it again. Sheds off the screen. Moyer really lowered the shoulder, the elbow, and tried to lead in with it.
Here's Swigert, baseline, gets his own miss and follows it up.
Sticking with it is Swigert. That draws a timeout from the Hempfield bench.
Catholic has opened up a 7-0 run here in the early stages of the third quarter, and Hempfield needs a timeout. 5:38 to go, third quarter. Catholic by 12.
What do you look for in a bank? Convenience, hometown appeal, people who make you feel comfortable talking about your money needs. Everything you'll find at Ephrata National Bank.
Ephrata National Bank now offers 6 convenient area offices in Ephrata, Akron, Denver, and Hinkletown to make your hometown banking even easier.
For convenient 24-hour banking with friendly hometown service, visit Ephrata National Bank, your hometown bank.
Our thanks to Blue Ridge Digital Cable, our scoreboard sponsor all season long here on Cable 11. Look at the Hempfield cheerleaders, which have not had much to cheer about here tonight. Lancaster Catholic with a 12-point lead with 5:38 to go here in the third quarter. Crusaders with a 7-0 run to open up the second half of play.
Cheering really in the stands right behind us, in case you couldn't hear them. The Crusader student body definitely present tonight.
Moyer loses his balance, but it ball goes to Brown. Minder just inside the three-point line. Pretty much the scoring has come from Sam Minder. He now has 7. Howanski gives it off. Swigert from the corner. Off the side of the rim, but Rock fights for the rebound and somehow gets it out to Heisey. Oh, a three-point basket and then a foul.
And that has the Crusader bench up on its feet. The fans in the stands on their feet. What a clutch play. Underneath, Rock just battling for that rebound, and it finally squirts loose and right into the hands of Heisey. He drains the three and an opportunity for another.
Heisey hit the three, and Brown went out to defend. I think he lost his balance and ran into Heisey. How come it's not a free throw then? Maybe it's because it was after the shot. After the shot. Thought it might have been a continuation, but Testa able to keep control of the ball. It's a 13-point advantage now for the Crusaders. Down low, Rock blocked by Minder. Follow-up is good, and he draws the foul. And Justin Moyer is going to be whistled for the foul. That is going to be number 3 on Moyer. And Jason Rock with the free throw. Off the front of the rim, Carson with a rebound. Moyer draws a crowd down low. Minder can't get it to go. Minder got poked in the eye. Back the other way, it's Heisey to Swigert. Heisey doesn't go. Testa and a foul on Adam Brown. And that's going to be number 3 on Adam Brown.
Things really starting to snowball here for the Knights. The Crusaders getting those second chance opportunities, crashing the boards, they're getting the loose balls, and now they're also getting the foul calls.
And the substitution now is Jarrett DeBoard will check in for Sam Minder. Heisey to put it in play and goes into Fritz. 4:10 remaining third quarter. Picked off by Adam Brown. Spins in and draws the foul. It's going to be on Swigert. Sean Swigert picks up his first personal. Hempfield will get it along the baseline. Moyer to trigger the inbound pass.
Knights definitely need a bucket here to stop the bleeding. An 11-0 Crusader run.
Lancaster Catholic has outscored him 12-2 as Brown hits the free throw. Misses the second. Powanski pulls down the rebound. 33-19. Powanski trying to work on Dickerson. Now, whoa, and there's Heisey losing his balance.
It's a travel. Oh, he got the timeout instead. So he picked up the ball and it went back down on the floor with 2 hands on it.
They call a 20-second timeout with 3:20 remaining. Yes, indeed. Stops the clock. Lancaster Catholic with a 33-19 lead. Opened up the second half with 7 straight points.
Right.
And then Hempfield finally got a bucket from Sam Minder, but only 3 points so far in this third quarter for the Black Knights. And to make matters worse, Justin Moyer and Adam Brown each playing with 3 personal fouls.
Smart move there, taking the back court, set your offense up.
Rock out front. Ryan Purvis at the scorer's table to check in. Fritz was eyeing the three and then held up. Catholic now slowing things down, leading by 14 points. Fritz from the free throw line.
Pretty looking jumper.
Yeah. He got some good hang time on that one.
Yes, he did.
Moyer comes right back. Just 4 points for Moyer. Swigert looking low. Hounded by Carson. Fritz can't get it to go. Moyer with a rebound. Loses it. Rock gets the ball. It's a 3-on-1 for the Crusaders. They got 4-on-1. Rock. And an offensive foul is called on Rock.
And that could be a big swing here in the momentum. Kreider drawing the charge on Rock.
They had a 4-on-1, but a great play by Jimmy Kreider to hold his ground.
Yes, it was.
Give him even more credit because he had Rock barreling down on him, and Rock's a pretty big boy.
This could give the Knights the lift they need.
They trail by 13. So the ball's batted away, and the Crusaders get it on another turnover. But Purvis lost it. But last touched by Hempfield. It's amazing how this game is taking the same scenario and what we saw in game one.
It's very true.
Fritz looking around, but now we'll put it on the floor and back up and reset. 1:20 on the clock here in the third quarter. Howansky, baseline move.
That first step again. Just beats the defender. One quick step baseline, he's in for the layup.
Moyer for three. Off the side of the rim, and we're going to have a foul on Jimmy Kreider for coming in over the top. That'll be the first on Kreider. 15 foul against Hempfield. Theo Dickerson in for the Black Knights, replacing Kreider. So it's Moyer, Carson, Dickerson, Minder, and DeBoard for the Crusaders. Fritz, Rhoda, Purvis, Howansky, and Swigert for the Crusaders. Rhoda.
Just like the Lady Crusaders, they really spread the floor now to the Catholic High boys.
And Jarrett, DeBoard, going coast to coast.
Nice looking finish.
The lead is 13. 15 seconds left, third quarter. Rifling it underneath.
That was a bullet pass.
Last touch, though, by Hempfield. And Dievenberg will come in for Moyer. Rhoda checks the clock, 5 seconds left. And Swigert stepped on the sideline.
The Crusader bench yelling for the foul, saying the reason he stepped on the end line, or the sideline, that he was bumped out.
Ball gets into DeBoard. He looks, he fires for three, short, and Carson cannot get the follow-up off in time. Third quarter has come to an end, a strong one for the Crusaders at the end of three. Lancaster Catholic 37, Hempfield 24, back to the fourth quarter here on Cable 11.
Do your windows look like this? Then stop into the Sam S. Smucker & Sons showroom and see our full line of vinyl replacement windows and the wide variety of styles and sizes that we can professionally install in your home. And your front door makes an important first impression. With our quality and energy-efficient replacement doors and entrance systems, you'll have many options including brass caming and beveled glass. Sam S. Smucker & Sons in Lancaster and Ephrata.
Smucker is the name to know around your home.
Welcome back as we get set for the fourth quarter. 37-24 in favor of Lancaster Catholic.
Hey, nothing back at him, okay? Nothing back at him.
Hempfield start the final 8 with Mender, DeBoard, Carson, Brown, and Moyer. Testa back in for the Crusaders, along with Howanski, Purvis, Heisey, and Swigert.
Nice save in underneath, and he gets the pass right back.
DeBoard, strong move inside. But Swigert there to clear the miss. Testa down the lane, doesn't go. Ball's tipped around, it goes off the head of the board. Carson to Moyer, reverse, draws the foul on Heisey. But Justin Moyer will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. There's that last play at the other end. You see the board off his head.
Just good heads-up basketball there.
Yes. Moyer gets the first. Jason Rock back in the ball game, replacing Howanski for Lancaster Catholic. And Moyer gets them both. Justin Moyer now with 6 points. Lead pass picked off. Adam Brown has it. Working his way down court. Down low to board. Leans in. Gets the bucket.
He had the space underneath. Good pass inside. He made sure he was going up strong with it. Solid finish by DeBoard.
Hempfield has got the deficit down to single digits, 37-28. Swigert going inside.
He'll draw the
foul
contact
before the shot. You can see how Swigert got knocked off balance. Foul will go on Adam Brown. That's going to be number 4 on Brown.
Well, that's exactly what you want from your go-to guy. He just takes the ball, drives to the hole. He's going to create something, make something happen positive for his team.
Crusaders with the ball and a 9-point lead. 6.5 minutes remaining. And it's Heisey.
Off the feet from Swigert.
Minder holds it overhead. Moyer baseline, inside to DeBoard. Fights it and rolls off. And Testa pulls down the board. Fretz out on the perimeter. Gets around the board, a little bit of a mismatch, and it's going to be a foul on Ryan Carson. Boy, if you're Lancaster Catholic, you gotta like that matchup. quickness of Fritz getting around the board.
Fritz playing some quality time here this evening, coming off the bench.
2 shots coming up for the 6-foot senior. Theo Dickerson back in the ball game for Hempfield. Can't get the second. Dickerson with the rebound. Stolen by Swigert, and he draws a foul.
Good heads up by Swigert. Just putting himself in position to make that play.
So Sean Swigert at the free throw line. He'll shoot 2.
Just credit the Crusaders for stepping up now after the Black Knights sort of made a run to cut that lead down to 9. They're not going to let it slip away. They picked up their defensive intensity, going to make some things happen.
Randy DeBoard replacing Jarrett DeBoard. Second one is good from Swigert. 42-28. Black Knights need points, and they need them in a hurry. Minder can't get it to go. Dickerson skies and follows up.
Dickerson.
Oh, he went soaring above everybody else. But more importantly for the Black Knights, got the putback. Crusader lead stands at 12. And a hand check foul called against Dickerson. Number 2 on Dickerson. And this will put the Crusaders back at the free throw line. And Jimmy Heisey to shoot 1 and 1. In the fourth quarter,
it's not getting
boys
any better.
action. Columbia with a 79-52 lead over Garden Spot. Thanks to Verizon Wireless. Boy, the Crimson Tide really laying a lick on the Spartans.
A little revenge for Columbia. Those two teams matched up in the first round last year.
Heisey gets the first free throw. He'll come up with a second. Tell you what, Keith, we're going to have our hands full trying to pick a player of the game if the Crusaders hold on to this lead and come up with a victory. This has been a balanced effort, to say the least, for Coach Southward and his Crusader team. DeBoard holds it overhead, up, and it don't know if he was going to Dickerson or Minder. .439 left in the contest. Rock out front to Heisey. Fritz for 3. Got it.
Got it.
Andy Fritz now with 6 points.
He fires it up from there occasionally. He made 11 3 balls during the course of the season. His second attempt tonight is true.
Fouled out front. It's going to go against Testa.
The largest lead of the night now for the Crusaders.
Just when the Black Knights get into that deficit and they cut it into single digits, just like that, the Crusaders pop off a couple more baskets, and now their lead is 17. Timeout used here by the Black Knights. 4:16 left in the ball game. It's Lancaster Catholic out in front, 47-30.
Not bad. However, True Value paint has over 2,000 beautiful colors. And the quality comes through in every one. That's 2,000 colors.
Easy Care Flat Latex Paint, starting at $14.99 at Long & Ecker's True Value.
Back at the Warwick High School, 47-30 in favor of Lancaster Catholic. 4 minutes and 16 seconds left. Again, just to refresh your memory and update you on the action that took place tonight, the Ephrata boys have advanced to the second round. They'll take on the winner of this contest Wednesday night. They defeat Elizabethtown 53-47. Other boys action in the fourth quarter. Columbia leading Garden Spot 79-52. Girls action. Warwick defeated Lampeter Strasburg in decisive fashion 79-45, and it was Cedar Crest continuing their winning ways, beating Conestoga Valley 70-45. Adam Brown in the paint. Randy DeBoard. Ball is loose, and Jarrett DeBoard fights his way inside for two. And Jarrett DeBoard now with 8 points. Heisey goes back out front. Crusaders will spread the floor and make Hempfield chase after him, and it's going to be a foul on the Black Knights. And that's going to be it for Adam Brown. He's going to foul out of the contest with 1 point. He gets 1 out of 2 from the free throw line, and that's it for the 6'1" senior. Sean Swigert will be the one at the free throw line. 2 shots coming up for Swigert. He hits the first.
It's 3 for 3 tonight.
I was going to say that, but I thought I'm just going to let it go.
Well, I've been safe with that call, so I'll keep announcing it. 73% free throw shooter. And he hits the second. See, I'm safe. It's all right.
Just give you the facts, that's all. Lead still 17 for the Crusaders. DeBoard. Carson going inside. Can't get the basket, but does draw the foul. Two shots coming up for Ryan Carson. Personal foul goes on Jason Rock. His 4th. Carson hits the first. Polanski is back in for Lancaster Catholic, as is Dickerson. Ryan Carson now with 6 points. Ball loose on the floor. They're going to call a jump ball, and the arrow will stay to Lancaster Catholic. Three minutes and 15 seconds left. And Fritz gets the timeout. Boy, he was being hounded.
Yes, he was.
To say the least. Crusader timeout, 3:11 left. Lancaster Catholic leads by 15.
The best selection, the best deals, the best service. This is the Honda Experience. The widest choice of automotive excellence on the road today at 4 great locations. E-Town Chevrolet Oldsmobile Pontiac is packed with great deals. At E-Town Dodge, you'll find it all in minivans, Dodge trucks, and cars. At Phillips Ford in Manheim, get super pricing on any in the complete Ford lineup. And at Manheim Chrysler Plymouth GMC, the difference is amazing. Discover the Honda car buying experience. The best in selection, deals, and service at 4 convenient locations.
There you see it, 49-34 in favor of the Crusaders.
A familiar chant, but hopefully not premature with that one. The Knights picking up that press, a little bit of trap there as the Crusaders came across midcourt. Something we saw a little bit of in that first half of play. They're denying the backcourt entry pass this time.
Swigert trying to go baseline. Fouled by Dickerson. That's going to be number 3 on Dickerson. That'll send Swigert back to the free throw line. Swigert to shoot 2.
This is where Mr. Swigert's been making his points this evening. And he's true to form once again.
Second one coming up here for Swigert, leading by 16. And
it stays in. 6 of 6 from the line.
Moyer. Kreider off the mark. Rebounded by Testa. Heisey will work it down the other end for the Crusaders. He'll wait till somebody comes out on him. Testa doesn't go. Tipped out front. Carson lead pass to Moyer.
There you have a one-on-one matchup we haven't seen tonight. Swigert on Moyer.
Whistle and a foul on Hempfield. That's going to go on Jimmy Kreider. Just 34 points for this Black Knight team, and really key the combination of good defense by the Crusaders and just a cold night shooting for the Black Knights.
That's exactly right. They were really cold in the first half, and it hasn't picked up any in the second half of action. And now, since the 3:13 mark, it's been bonus time for the Crusaders, and they're simply cashing in.
Lewanski will get a break as Jason Rock checks back in. Fritz gets that one. 53-34. Down low, Minder. Strong move inside, and Sam Minder.
That's Minder's game. But he's also shown some good looks from the outside tonight, draining a 3-ball early on.
Isaac gives it off to Swigert. Isaac. And the Crusaders are just going to really spread it out. Let the clock take care of itself. Swigert goes inside the basket and the foul. It's going to be Sam Minder with the personal.
Swigert closing in on his season scoring average now. It's 15. And he's on the line again where he's been perfect. And he hits it. Continues. I think it's time for those benches to clear and get everybody in the game now. Inside of 2 minutes to go, and it's a 20-point advantage for the Crusaders. Keep those legs fresh, because you could have 2 more games yet this week.
Justin Moyer goes inside, draws a foul. He'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
I believe that could be it for Rock. If my tabulations are correct, and yes, he is heading to the bench. Number 5 on Jason Rock. Good night for him underneath. Pulled down some boards, finishes with 4. It's going to give him 1 more. A bonus. It was a bonus for his board work tonight. He's going to give him 5.
Moyer hits the first. And he gets both of them. 56-38. Swigert losing it and then gaining it just enough to call a timeout. Stops the clock. With a minute 33 will break away. The Crusaders looking to move on to round number 2.
We build bridge superstructures and precast concrete structures.
We deliver precision steel components on time. We make your workplace safe and healthy.
We provide real estate design and construction solutions.
We guarantee guest satisfaction every time.
We find qualified people for your business.
We deliver fresh, quality food and refreshments for your employees. We're here to serve our customers and to serve them well. We're the people of High Industries, providing solutions you can trust.
Back in Warwick for the final 133. Lancaster Catholic will, at this time, appear to take on the effort amounts.
It's a final. Columbia reaches the century mark, 100 to 74 over Garden Spot. So Section 3 could be really looking good at the end of the night.
Looking to make a statement.
The Catholic girls moving on, Lancaster Catholic boys, Columbia, and we don't know what's happening in the Elko game, but certainly making their presence felt in the first round of the LL tournament. A little frustration perhaps and just disappointment by Hempfield head coach Warren Goodling.
Theo Dickerson whistled for the personal foul, so it's Jimmy Heisey at the free throw line to shoot 2. Second one to follow.
Craig Testa taking a seat. He finishes with 7.
And Heisey gets them both. 58-38. Moyer hits it, a three-pointer. But unfortunately for the Black Knights, it's going to come too little too late. Heisey will put it up and hit. Thought about passing it off. I thought, what the heck, put her up. Minder. Swigert with another rebound. Lead pass. Tried to get to Howansky, and it's Dickerson. And Moyer to lay it in. So the Lancaster Catholic Crusaders, winners of Section 3, will move on to round number 2 and take on the effort amounts. And Keith, I'll go out on the limb and say the team wearing purple and gold will win that game.
I want you to tell me that which team's going to have more white in their uniform.
Final score here in game number 2, Lancaster Catholic 60, Hempfield 43. Back with a look at the final numbers and a wrap-up right after this on Cable 11.
Remember when the town square was a gathering place and neighbors looked out for each other? If this is your dream of retirement living, discover Pleasant View, the best of town and country rolled into one. Come and go as you please from apartments and cottages with a wide choice of plans to suit your lifestyle. This is retirement living with all of the enjoyment, none of the worry, because you have the assurance that all your future care needs will be met. Town Square is currently under construction. Call now for information. Pleasant View, just minutes from Lancaster in Mannheim.
When it comes to grocery shopping, quality and freshness should come first, but convenience should be a close second. That's why Weaver Markets has a little bit of everything for all your family's needs. There's a bank, a pharmacy, film developing and a flower shop, wide aisles and friendly faces. Plus the very best in farm fresh produce, meat cut to order, seafood, baked goods, and more. For quality, freshness, and convenience, Visit Weaver Markets in Adamstown or Reinholds.
We're back in Warwick High School where the Lancaster Catholic Crusaders have made it a clean sweep here tonight in the Lancaster 11 League playoffs. And the boys cap it off with a 60-43 victory over the Hempfield Black Knights, and pretty much in decisive fashion. Game was close after 10-7 Crusaders. Lancaster Catholic increased it to 5 at the half, making it 21-16, but then they really opened it up in the third quarter. Went on a 7-0 run to start the third quarter, and then ended the third quarter with a 37-24 lead. And at that point, the fourth quarter then belonged to the Crusaders as well, and they end up winning it by 17 to advance on to the next round. And they will take on the Ephrata Mounts at a site to be determined. Very solid performance here from Lancaster Catholic tonight. Not only defensively, but offensively, getting a very evenly distributed as far as their point production is concerned.
You talked about it before the start of the game, how important it was to take some of the pressure off of the go-to guys, off of Sean Swaggart and off of Justin Moyer. And the Crusaders were able to do that. Swaggart getting his points from the charity stripe down the stretch, but it was guys in the first half that really contributed, like Greg Testa and also Ryan Howalski, and Jason Rock underneath. We talked about how it was important for them to establish something in the paint, and he was able to do that and kind of take some of the pressure off of the Crusaders early. Then the second half, things just going the Crusaders' way and just not falling for Hempfield. They picked up the pressure defensively, turned it around, and really made that solid run, 7-0 to start the third quarter, 12-2 at one point, and they just pulled away in the third quarter and sat on it after that. And watched that lead increase all the way to 20 points. So a big game for Lancaster Catholic, one that I think they felt quite confident they could win, at least listening to their coach coming into the night's game. And they proved that they could knock off the defending LL champs.
They do it, 60-43. We're going to take another timeout and be back with our post-game show here on Cable 11.
The Ephrata Rec Center, it's more than just a workout.
Does your auto dealer seem too anxious to get your business?
Come here, where you going? I haven't even shown you the new models yet.
Then you should come to Lancaster Nissan. Guaranteed low prices and no pressure sales.
You look great in an SUV.
Guess who just bought a car from the used car place at Lancaster Nissan and got a great price plus a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty? Guess who didn't go to the used car place at Lancaster Nissan? Experience the difference.
What do you look for in a bank? Convenience, hometown appeal, people who make you feel comfortable talking about your money needs. Everything you'll find at Ephrata National Bank.
Ephrata National Bank now offers 6 convenient area offices in Ephrata, Akron, Denver, and Tinkletown to make your hometown banking even easier.
For convenient 24-hour banking with friendly hometown service, visit Ephrata National Bank, your hometown bank.
Wrapping up our doubleheader action here tonight on Cable 11, and it's a clean sweep for the Lancaster Catholic Crusaders as they win Game 2, 60-43 over the Hempfield Black Knights. And Keith, as you mentioned, pretty much balanced scoring for the Crusaders, and numbers don't lie. They played a very solid game here tonight.
The leading scorer, no surprise, Sean Swaggart, but he ends up making 7 free throws down the stretch, which really kind of padded those totals. But the Black Knights did a good job with him defensively, especially in the first half of play. 13 points by Jimmy Heisey. He came in averaging just over 6, so for him to score 13, that was key. He stepped up his play. Andy Fritz, coming off the bench, gets 8 points. That was another key. I thought the Crusaders were able to use the bench to their advantage tonight. 7 points for Greg Testa. Great game there. the seniors coming through, and then you see the other guys also having big games, like Ryan Purvis, somebody that we really didn't expect to see a whole lot out of, but between him and Rock, they dominated underneath just enough to keep Hempfield honest. He finishes with 2, Rock finishes with 6, and Ryan Hawansky finishes with 8. So great scoring from Lancaster Catholic, as you said, evenly spread out, top to bottom, 2 scores in double figures, but it was enough to keep Hempfield honest defensively, and they end up pulling away. When you look at the score, you would have never guessed it was that close a contest, because it really was. It was a great game right through the first half, and in that third quarter spurt, just took Lancaster Catholic on their way. Running down the final numbers for Hempfield, Justin Moyer led the Black Knights with 13, Jarrett DeBoard with 8, Sam Minder with 9, 6 for Ryan Carson, 2 for both Theo Dickerson and Jimmy Kreider, and 1 for Brown and Randy DeBoard. 43 the total for the Black Knights, 60 the final number for Lancaster Catholic in a winning effort.
And the thing is, too, another solid number for Lancaster Catholic. Went to the free throw line 19 times, hit 16 out of 19. So every aspect of the game for Lancaster Catholic was working tonight, and Coach Bill Southward's got to be very happy with the performance that his Crusaders displayed tonight as they win it by 17. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, our player of the game, sponsored by Garden Spot Ribbon and Awards.
Garden Spot Ribbon and Awards. Come see us at our new location, 400 West Main Street, Ephrata.
As we wrap up our doubleheader here tonight, our Garden Spot Ribbon and Awards player of the game tonight is from Lancaster Catholic. It's 5'9", senior guard Jimmy Heisey, wears number 15. He ends up with 13 points, hit 4 out of 4 from the free throw line, hit a 3. And really what might have been the turning point as far as the Crusaders is concerned, this shot before the buzzer to end the first half to kind of give the Crusaders a little bit of momentum as they went into the locker room, and that play also got the student body fired up, and although they were fired up from the very beginning.
But as soon as they walked in the doors, they were clad in their Crusader attire, ready for a big battle here tonight, and they go home happy.
So congratulations to Jimmy Heisey, our Garden Spot Ribbon and Awards player of the game here tonight in game number 2. Let's recap for you that other scores that took place tonight. First of all, in boys action, it was Ephrata defeating Elizabethtown 53-47. So that victory by Ephrata will place them against Lancaster Catholic at a site to be determined on Wednesday night. Other boys action from tonight, and a big surprise. Columbia rolls over Garden Spot 100-74. Well, points were flying that night. Girls action. Warwick rolls over Lampeter Strasburg 79-45. And the one other girls score that we do have from tonight, it was Cedar Crest over Conestoga Valley 70-45. So we do know this much. Lancaster Catholic is in as far as the girls. They will take on the winner of the Elko Hempfield contest from tonight. The other girls matchup, Warwick and Cedar Crest. The boys, Lancaster Catholic and Ephrata. Columbia takes on most probably McCaskey, who is taking on Lancaster Mennonite here.
You're going on a limb tonight. I'll tell you what, you're daring.
All these games will be Wednesday night. Next week, we've got district basketball playoffs for you. Next Tuesday here at Warwick High School, we'll have a doubleheader girls to opening up. Section 1 matchup between Cedar Crest and Hempfield. And then following that contest, boys action, Lampeter Strasburg and Guard Spot. Now, as far as league playoffs are concerned, check the Cable 11 website to find out the site and time of the games coming up next. So that should do it after a very busy but an entertaining night here at Warwick High School. A sweep for Lancaster Catholic. The girls win the opener over Lebanon 57-47, and then the boys come back to top it off, defeating Hempfield 60-43. Our thanks to Mike Nolt behind the scenes. For Keith Setter, I'm Eric May. Good night from Warwick.